Hi folks, we are still here. Fear not, a little bit of radio silence on the channel lately, but I will explain all. I just wanted to kind of touch base today, let you know what we've been up to and why we're looking a little bit drained this week. So, as you may know, for the past year we've been toying with the idea of taking on a new project, a new property project. And what that means is hunting down a suitable plot or a suitable property for us to purchase and getting this house to a point where we would be able to sell if and when it's needed. And some of you may know from our previous videos, and those of you on Patreon will know from the past few months we've been sharing, that we've had our ups and downs, mainly downs over the last year. We've lost out on 3 properties, a plot, a barn conversion, and an old property that needed restoring. And we emotionally got really invested in those properties. Financially, we were all lined up, and we were sending plans off and getting estimates done. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster, and all that stuff is pretty exhausting. We decided that we thought we'd take a break from it all and stay here for a bit longer. And then a spanner in the works, another property happens to come up, and we have been viewing that one. So hopefully I'm going to be able to share a little bit from our viewing on that place soon. We've did a little bit of video and we love it. So there's hopefully going to be a bit of a story to help share there. I don't want to just share the wins. We did share after the fact with the other properties we've missed out on, but if we're going to go through a project, you may as well be with us right from the start. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we'll find something else. But what that means is it spurred us on to finish our house and workshop and garden and everything here. And, if we do find the right place and we do decide to commit, then we're going to have to get this place on the market at some point. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been working flat out. Both of us have. And we are just trying to finish off the house. All those little bits that when you're living here, you just put up with. The fact that you haven't fitted an architrave or put a windowsill in or kickboards in the utility, all that sort of stuff that you think, oh, just get that sorted in a few days. Well, actually, I've been flat out for 2 weeks working on that and I'm still nowhere near finished. And while there is some video content there, I just haven't got the camera out. So I haven't really filmed much of that. I think it's probably worth filming a few bits this week, just some of the tips and some of the bits I'm going through which might help out. But that's why we've been very, very poor at getting any videos out. So we have been sharing stuff on Instagram if you want to see a little bit of the behind the scenes on what's going on, and the camper van as well, because of course we've committed to selling that. Now the camper van's a separate project and I'm almost finished getting the back end of that done, the conversion. There was, again, like the house, a load of stuff I wanted to get finished, but I wasn't happy with the van itself. At the end of the day, someone's buying a vehicle, and if we want to charge, whatever it goes for, we still haven't got a price for it, but we want to make sure that someone's happy with their whole purchase. And if it needs a couple of tyres and there's a few advisories on the MOT, I think it's worth getting those sorted as well. So we've been trying to get those sorted. It's going to go off Tuesday to the garage. Hopefully they can knock a few of the advisories on the head, get the tyres fitted, and then that can be one less thing to worry about. So it's been an eventful week or two, but also we're emotionally pretty drained. We're kind of coming to terms with the fact that the property which we really like, which we're hopefully going to be able to share soon, is it's a relocation. It's an hour away, over an hour away. So not only are we trying to get our heads around living somewhere different, taking on a big project, the filming, and how we're going to approach all that, and how we're going to fund it, and how we're going to sell this place, but also the fact that we're going to be moving where we live, and friends and church and school and the community, and really only the last few days that's really hit home. And I think we're committed to this being the point in our lives where it's a good time for us to move, but equally not much about it is going to be easy. We've got really strong roots in this area, and if we could cut and paste the place we found down here, then of course we'd love to do that. But it would probably be a lot more expensive, but also it's such a unique place that the likelihood is we could live here hunting around for another few years and still not find anything that compares. Anyway, I know I've bigged up the prospective purchase, but nothing is a dead cert there, and we really want to share the whole ups and downs. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we may as well share that bit with you as well. It's not all about just showing you the highlights. What I wanted to share is this week. What am I going to do this week that you can actually come along with me on? And what I want to do is build some workshop storage. I know I said it a while back, but here in the workshop, I'm not even going to dare show you the wide view of this room. We've got the building done. We've got the power done. Everything is getting there, but storage. We've got no workbenches really. Everything's temporary, sawhorses and plywood and trestle tables from a catering job back here. So I want to start making up some cabinets. Fortunately, about 6 months ago, I bought 3 sheets of 18mm ply. Now they're probably worth twice that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is spend a day this week, day or two, getting some basic, essentially like kitchen cabinets made up, because I figured there's no reason to stop me. I can take them wherever I go. So if we do move and we have a building or a garage we can move them straight into, amazing. If there's nothing there and we've got to build something, they can still go into that, or we get a shipping container for a temporary workshop, they can go in there. So they're just going to be freestanding cabinets that it makes sense to make now. They can come with us. Instead of transporting 3 sheets of plywood with me, we'll just be taking some cabinets. And that could be months away. So I'm not just going to keep going on in this sort of limbo phase where we're not sure and we're not committing to anything. So yes, we're trying to thin out things around the house, building materials that I've hoarded, but equally we can still do a bit of building and making and getting stuff done. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an update. A couple of things to mention is Patreon. You guys, we love you for all the support you've been sharing over the past few months, and of course we try and share a little bit of bonus content and behind the scenes stuff there. If you do want to support the channel that way, it helps us kind of just even out the lulls, because taking a break like this from YouTube is rather painful as far as the channel suffers big time as a consequence. Whereas the nice constant in the background is our supporters on Patreon, and we do try and send them a little bit of sneak peeks of what is actually going on behind the scenes there. And of course on Instagram, that is where we can share a little bit, and we have the time to do that whilst we're getting all these little jobs done. So if you're not getting your DIY fix from our videos at the moment, then maybe you can head over there and you can see what we're actually up to. Now, the last thing I want to do is sound like I'm moaning about the whole process, because it's bonkers that we're even contemplating moving or taking on a new project. We are so blessed and thankful for what we've got here. But believe me, if we do get the property we're looking at, then that's basically the next decade or more sorted as far as content and projects and keeping me busy. And it's going to be a pretty amazing place to bring up our family. But if it doesn't work out, then so is this. So by no means am I moaning. I just wanted to give you a little update on what we've been up to and why we've not been in front of you on the screen lately. But that is all about to change. We've got those videos coming up this week. Hopefully a van conversion tour, which is only about 4 years late, but I will be showing you everything that we've done on the van, a full walkthrough, and then maybe even a link to wherever we're selling it. And I think that's it. I'm going to leave it there because Sunday lunch is cooking. But thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time.